First of all, thank you. And for my vecinos que hablan español, bienvenidos a ustedes. Y estoy hablando para ustedes también. Okay. Today I am called to serve my country again, not in the uniform I wore then, and not in the place I fought then, far, far away and long ago, but here and now with words, not weapons. In fundamental disagreement with some of my fellow citizens and the leader they chose. But though I disagree, I refuse to see those citizens as enemies. No matter how fervently they believe I am wrong and they are right, that the government, not their leader, is the real enemy and must be stopped, torn down, agency by agency, to enable us to be free again, liberated from the enemies and within and the deep state. Oh, that government, I reply, and its global alliances that have protected us for 80 years against war, hunger, and disease, and the ravages of a changing climate on a world too long divided and too long blinded by hatred and war. No, no, America first, they chant. Our own prosperity foremost, not the well-being of others with whom we used to trade and defend against those we call dictators, fascists, communists, and terrorists, all plotting our defeat. For this is a golden age, that leader says, a time to rise up and be great again, as we were 125 years ago in the Gilded Age, when capital was king, when wealth was concentrated in the hands of the few, when women, people of color, and immigrants knew their place in our homes and factories, when a new American empire was emerging that would transform the world. We can do it again, that leader tells us, by reducing our governance, removing our regulations, restricting our diversity, cleansing our history, reforming our education, and deporting our immigrants. It is time to rely only on ourselves, he says, and celebrate how great we are. For we are an exceptional people and need no one by our side any longer. No matter how great the challenges, how dark the storms we all face now and will in the years ahead. But no, fellow citizens, I say, that leader is wrong. He is taking us back to the latest version of an old story, rooted deep in the past. The story of power and prosperity for the few, and oppression and misery for the many. That gilded age of greatness ended with World War I and the horrors of the Great Depression and World War II, which we barely survived, not through greed and selfishness, but through good governance, public service, compassion, and working together. All of it. No, fellow citizens, please hear me. The path backward does not lead to greatness. It leads to a time of great insecurity for our country worse than any in my lifetime. At stake is the lifeblood of our institutions, the spirit of our constitutional republic, and the truth of our historical journey toward a more perfect union. All of these are under siege and at risk of being discarded in the retreat to greatness. And for me, and the thousands of veterans who have fought our wars, died and sacrificed for our country, came home broken in body and spirit. What will happen to us and our families as VA staffing is cut, clinics close, services disappear, and the veteran suicide rate, already twice the national average, increases even more? A curious way to say, thank you for your service. And what will happen to recruitment and our national defense capability when we show our young people who choose to serve that we don't care how secure our intelligence is or what happens to them or the allies we serve with? Hear me. It is hard to serve a leader you cannot trust. So please, do listen closely to what our neighbors say. But in doing so, remind them of what happened after the collapse of the Gilded Age in war and depression. Specifically, the true greatness forged later by working together in a darker time than this. It is time to stand up to hatred and division. It is time to rediscover the common ground of family and community that unites us and involves us with all the world's peoples. It is time to say, no, we won't go backward out of fear and ignorance. We will move forward with courage and hope and build a better world together. And then, perhaps, someday, the hate will diminish. The guns will go silent. And there will be an enduring peace. Thank you for listening.